Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It is me, Curly K. And y'all hold on one second. Let me tell you the name of the episode. I'm here to review All American Season 2, Episode 14. But I don't remember the name of the episode. Hold on right quick. I will tell you in a second. All American Homecoming. All American. Stand up for something. That's a doggone shame. It took me a whole minute. Anyway, All American Season 2, Episode 14. I just want to say, shout out to Coco Gauff, because Coco Gauff is like the new up-and-coming black girl tennis, like, period. Like, I watched some of her matches. I think Coco might have started at 14, so to see Coco have blossomed, I'm like, yes, Coco. I think Coco might be almost 18 right now. And so I'm excited actually to see like how she shapes the game of tennis moving forward. Especially, it's 3 black girls actually I be checking for the whole time. Sloane Stephens, Coco, and Naomi. Because, you know, when I was growing up, I only had Venus and Serena. Not that I played tennis, but Venus and Serena were the it girls of the 90s, like, when I grew up. So I was born in the 90s, so I grew up throughout the 90s, and I think my adolescent teenage years were in the 2000s. So, you know, I grew up watching them with the bees, you know what I'm saying? So, okay. So, coming from episode 13, we had that whole racial profiling situation with the police. And also, the other thing that happened was Damon telling Simone basically, like, you know, he feels away for her, but he's not going to wait forever for her. So, there's that. So, moving forward, the episode starts out with Simone viewing the video that her and her teammates agreed to share on social media of their encounter with the police. So right now they are currently trying to persuade the conference to allow them to play. They're also trying to get the police chief, I think, to either issue a statement or to terminate, or there's some kind of repercussions for the officers involved. And Brixton needs to sue them. But anyway, that's, you know, they are trying to handle things legally, basically. And so we got Auntie dealing with that, Simone dealing with that. So Simone goes to Auntie and tries to, you know, say they want to do a rally. Of course, press pause. Homecoming. How are y'all gonna have Thea show up in this episode to help bring awareness to the situation when Thea decided to go pro? So in this episode, Simone figures out that the reason why Thea was missing was because Thea decided to quit the team and go pro. And I thought they fumbled that, because why did we not get more scenes with Thea contemplating her decision, getting on the phone with some agents to see, you know, for her to weigh her options, whether she should stay in school because she was getting her free education because she was on a scholarship, versus, you know, going pro, or is she even ready to go pro? Has the doctors cleared her to, you know, is she able to fully play full out? Because, you know, playing collegiate and playing pro is 2 different things, because she's going to be playing women from all over the world if she goes pro, versus just these girls that she may be better in her conference. You know what I'm saying? So even though Thea did come through with her connected, Coach Marcus had helped her to get to, back a couple episodes when Coach Marcus had that pro player come and talk to her. That was her connect to get to Coco. But I just thought that was weird, and I feel like that kind of left a hole in the story because the other girls did have an attitude toward Thea, and they were kind of standoff towards Thea. But it was kind of like a tables turned situation because at first they were all against Simone, and then Simone only had a few friends. Now everybody was against Thea, but all in all, in the end, they ended up wanting Thea to come on stage with them to actually, address the crowd and have Coco up there with them, advocating with them for their rights and how, the whole racial profiling thing needs to stop. In conjunction with the whole racial profiling situation with Simone, Cam and his brothers are about to cross or become members of the frat. And some frat brothers from a neighboring school came over, took the whole line, dumped them in the woods, and beat them up. And the real cute, pretty one with all that hair, he was missing. And so Cam was concerned because I think that's like Cam bestie online. And he just all of a sudden just go missing. So then, of course, Cam leaves and goes to find JR. And JR and Damon are about to play in the conference game. And JR goes missing. Oh, I just thought about something else. That situation's not funny, but I just had like a moment, Anyway, so JR goes missing. He tells them that he got to deal with some stuff and he going to be right back before the game start. And so Damon basically is covering for JR the whole time JR is gone. So then JR is trying to, this whole situation got JR so messed up because this is JR's line. Like, Cam is JR's line that's about to come out. And basically, JR feels like now that he has some rank at the KK house that he has to do something, it's his responsibility to do something as Dean of Pledges. He gets in everybody's face that is, currently at the KK house because he's like, how can y'all let these dudes come here? They don't even go here and then you let them hurt them. So, Crenshaw Cam made a debut. Now, that's the Cam that I knew. That's the Cam that I did not like. I like All-American Homecoming Cam. But that Crenshaw Cam from All-American, he didn't play. And Cam was like, all right, JR, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to let you handle it. But if this situation ain't rectified by the time we cross, when I do cross, I'm going to put the pause on him. I said, okay, Cam. Rightfully so. Because he threw y'all in the woods. Anything could happen. And that's that whole thing about that whole hazing process. Because the dude from the other school made a statement talking about something. We can't let them get in here easy. And we just showing them what we went through, what really made them. I'm like, y'all trauma of experience does not give y'all the right to go and traumatize somebody else just because they're trying to join the same frat as you. What happened to you was not right. That does not make brotherhood. You getting beat over the head and thrown in the woods for you to find your way back does not make you a brotherhood. That does not that does not give you no more experience than anybody else. They don't do nothing but you putting somebody's life in jeopardy. Now, suppose the boy would have died out there in the woods. Then what? Y'all would have been looking foolish. All for the name of KK. Ridiculous. That is ridiculous. I don't blame Cam. At the end of the episode, JR did call his daddy just to see, what is the process of getting somebody dismembered. But it's just a simple fact that, that's one of the reasons why a lot of people have hesitation or disdain for joining Greek organizations. Outside of the networking, the positive things, outside of the networking, outside of the community service, outside of, the brother or sisterhood of becoming, one with your line, there's situations in real life where people were pledging and have died. And it may not have been on purpose, But it's just the fact that somebody lost their life over something stupid. And it's the fact that that boy could have lost his life over something stupid. Luckily, all he had, I think he said he either had a dislocated shoulder or a broken arm. It was one of the two. But it's just the fact that, like, why would you want to go through that just to be a member? You're paying these people to be in a organization at that. So not only you got to pay for your school education, you got to pay these people to be in that organization. So basically you paid for somebody to beat you up. That's crazy. Anyway, so going back to Simone. Simone has all this stuff on her plate. Simone in the prior episodes had PKZ on her plate because she is still is online as well. But we haven't seen her whole situation in a couple of episodes since they've been back off hiatus, I think. Maybe just these 2 episodes. You see Nate basically taking the opportunity to use this occurrence that happened to show the students of Princeton why he is a good president, why he is a good nominee for a president. And then out of nowhere, this reporter comes and like start questioning Nate. Let me tell y'all something. Did y'all peep that reporter? That reporter is Nate's admirer. That's the person who left the pen. That's the person who dipped and swung around and did all that Cinderella dancing at the ball with Nate. That boy is Nate's admirer. I don't know if y'all peeped it. I peeped it. And I see some other people did peep it on Twitter the next day when I watched the episode. But it's just the fact that, like, I'm like, okay, so you hit a shady table with Nate just a little bit, but Nate gonna figure it out eventually. But yeah, so the reporter was basically questioning Nate and was like, well, why you ain't do this? Why you ain't do that? And then Nate was like, out of all these positive things that I've done, why haven't you run a story on this situation that's currently happening right here? You got all of this audience here at Princeton. You got all the people who read this Princeton Gazette. I don't know if it's called the Princeton Gazette. I'm just going to say Princeton Gazette. You got all these people who read the Princeton News, and you only reported on the situation one time. You not following up on what's currently happening, but you over here worried about what I'm doing in this presidential run, which I think Nate gonna end up beating Nico, whatever his name is. Who cares? We don't even like him. But yeah, so after Nate set the reporter straight, the reporter was like, you right, boo, 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 boo. And Nate makes a speech to the student body about it. The whole thing in the last episode with Damon and the small HBCU, they ended up beating them in the game and for the conference title, and they were all pretty upset about it. Which, I understand, but at the same time, they had a pretty good season. But I think that that dude said something to Damon to throw Damon off. Damon thought that he did not like curveballs, but I think he set Damon up to throw him a curveball because curveballs are his favorite to hit versus, his favorite to not hit. Because he said in life he don't like curveballs on the field and in life. So I just thought that was whack of him. But anyway, I guess each his own. It's a sport. You got to compete. Whatever. Also, this is the first time we get Lando back. And there was discord on Twitter about Lando and Damon. I sort of like Lando as a person because I feel like since he's got to Princeton, even though he's been very abrasive, he has challenged the viewpoint of some people and it has helped make them better, Damon included. But I do think that Lando is sneaky, and it's just something about me that I don't trust Lando's character. I just don't. And I say this because to each his own, and I just feel like even though like it may look like whatever man or best man's win or whatever that saying is, may the best man win. It may look like a may the best man win situation, but here's the thing. Lando and Damon have had some friction. And I do feel like Damon has extended the olive branch to Lando multiple times, even as his teammate, outside of the fact that like they were rivals at one point in time. Damon approached Lando. It was a hello Barbara, this is Shirley moment for Damon. But I feel like in Damon's heart, Damon approached Lando as a man in regards to Simone, because Damon feels so strongly about Simone, and he knows that Simone and Lando have been having entanglements. So while Lando may have gotten Simone's body, do he got Simone's mind? That's not funny. But that's just the way it has been depicted this season. And so I'm trying to run back in my mind all the moments. Lando and Simone have had cute like moments on the show, but from the beginning, it's just the bond between Simone and Damon. And even though Damon has had a lot of what people say trauma, I don't think it's been trauma, but he's had some very challenging moments in his freshman year. Lando has only been there a semester. We don't know Lando like that. We only know that Lando went to Hawkins. So Lando hasn't had as many challenging moments for Simone to kind of be there for him like Damon has. And a lot of people online was saying like Simone and Damon don't do nothing but just depend on Simone to be there because he got XYZ going on and Simone is always there. But when Simone got XYZ going on, Damon is there for Simone as well. And I get like, even for some moments, Lando has been there for Simone. He's been, I guess, a voice of guidance for Simone when Simone was like going back and forth with herself about things. But I just feel like something in me just feels like Lando's motives when it comes to Simone is not pure. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because it's just the way he's been moving the whole time. I feel like he intentionally went after Damon in terms of the scholarship. He intentionally went after Damon in terms of like the pitcher's position. He intentionally went after Damon like just like in his game, like in his mind, like he anyway, they just friction, like I said, friction. And then I feel like he knows that Simone means a lot to him, so he goes after Simone to challenge Damon again. I don't feel like this is just no regular. My camera cut off. Like I'm saying, I don't feel like this is just no regular love triangle. I feel like this triangle between Simone, Damon, and Lando got a little bit of scandal to it. I don't know. And they did say the season was going to get real messy. And it's been semi-messy, but it ain't been like, girl, I did not see that coming messy. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't been like that. So, back to what I'm saying. Damon approached Lando and basically with his heart was like, I know there may have been some times with you and Simone, and I know y'all may have had y'all moments, but I honestly went to Simone and told her that I loved her, and I've always loved her since the day I met her, and my feelings for her are real, and I want to be in a relationship with Simone. And he was just like, I don't know what y'all are going through, but this is how I want to move forward with her. Basically, he was trying to just let Lando know like he got his eyes on Simone. So Lando takes that information, goes to Simone. He don't give Simone an ultimatum like Damon did, but he says, well, Simone, I've been thinking about us, and I've been thinking about, the last couple of weeks and, how I feel. And I don't want to be friends with benefits no more. I would like to pursue more with you, Simone. It was legit similar wordage that Damon used. And I was like, I would have been here for this moment if he had not said something similar to Damon. Like, because, we all like a little shaking of the table, you know what I mean? But, like, Lando. Then he looks at Simone and he kisses her. But the reaction that happened when Simone and Damon kissed didn't happen when Lando kissed Simone when he told her he wanted to be in a relationship. And the moment that Damon told Simone he loved her, her face didn't look the same way as when Lando said he wanted more. Because I really feel like when Damon told Simone that, Simone was flabbergasted. Girl was speechless. She didn't have nothing to say. Ooh, cat got your throat type moment. So we didn't have much of we didn't have any Damone scenes, barely. I don't even think we had a Damone scene, but if we did, it won't that many. It won't nothing like, the prior episodes. But next week is the final episode. So I don't know how this is finna go. I know a lot of people have been saying that where's the renewal? All Americans been trending. Y'all, they can see Homecoming been trending. They can see it. And honestly, if the show was getting canceled, they would know before we would know. I really wholeheartedly believe they would know the show has been canceled before we would know the show has been canceled. Because the CW has already canceled a lot of shows. And then once the shows got canceled, actors and actresses from the show made statements afterward. So I don't think the show has gotten canceled or will be canceled because they've been doing promo for the show, like outside of the show, especially like black events, because they've been the fully all black cast. So yeah, they've been making appearances. So I don't feel like they will be making appearances on behalf of All American Homecoming if All American Homecoming was getting canceled. But that's just me. But then in the past, WB and CW have done some very shiesty things, and so it could, just all go left out of nowhere. But I doubt it. Also, Homecoming will probably be on Netflix soon, and so we probably will not get the renewal statement until after it has been on Netflix. So yeah. I think that's all the review I have for you guys. Let me know down below if I missed anything. And also let me know how you felt about this episode. I was a little underwhelmed with this episode too, because I feel like to be like the episode before the last episode, this episode didn't shake the table enough for me. And I was expecting a little bit more. I was expecting to be on the edge of my seat. And that's not what it was giving. Like, at all. But one thing I did notice, and I just want to know if y'all noticed this too. Okay, so when the show started, Simone was in a relationship with Jordan, right? Okay, Simone and Jordan are now not together no more. Jordan is on the show he's on the other show, and he's now with Layla. I just feel like, why they letting Layla and Jordan relationship be so peaceful right now? Because Simone was heartbroken when Jordan and her broke up. But now Jordan is on the other show with Layla just acting like him and Simone were never together. Like him, like he wasn't in like he wasn't in shambles when she broke up with him, when she left that letter. Like Jordan literally got out of the relationship with Simone and jumped right into a relationship with Layla. And now Layla is the best thing since sliced bread to Jordan. Like he want a whole married with Simone and ready to change his whole life for Simone. But now, like with Layla, he giving a whole new vibe. I just thought that was weird because here Simone is on her show, hesitant to move on. She ain't ready to commit to Damon. She definitely won't finna commit to Lando. That's why they was friends with benefits. So I'm just like, well, how? But anyway, yeah, y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be back next week with the finale review. And then we're going to discuss my feelings about season 2. That'll probably be a separate video. But yeah, y'all, stay tuned. And my review for All American, I should get it out sometime this week. Because, you know, I be watching All American late. I watch Homecoming on time, but I be watching All American late. But we're going to get into it because this was Jordan's episode of All American. So I'm going to see what the tea is, and then I'll be back to give y'all a review.